people were asking me back in the States, they're like, did you walk in the protests? Are you okay? Is everything okay? Are you all right? And after the thing happened with the guy and, you know, the police and stuff like that, people would, like random people from the States who I haven't talked to in years would send me messages like, I just want to say that I miss you. I hope everything's okay. I was like, we haven't talked in 17 years. Why are you popping up now? And then a lot of my friends who are black, they were telling me stories about how they were getting messages from people they haven't heard of. People were sending them money through PayPal. Be like, so sorry for your loss. Here's $8.46. And it was nice to get away from that, because in Europe, you still have, obviously, concern over that, but it's less like, in your face. But here, I find that the reverse happens. Like, people are excited because of the way I look. And I remember the first time, like, you travel, and you kind of get a perspective on your own country when you travel. And I remember my first DJ gig, before this I was a DJ, was in Ukraine. And when I crossed the border crossing agent, who never seen, like, you know, before, was so excited. And he comes from, like, behind the booth. He's like, we have to take a photo. And I'm like, okay, like, cheese. He's like, no, say chocolate. And I was like, Jesus Christ. And so he was so excited. He's like, I tell all my friends about this. He's like, oh, go ahead, go through. And so I ended up taking a taxi from the border to this city called Lviv in Ukraine. And I get to the hostel where I'm supposed to do the party. And the bar manager comes over, and he's like, you know, I got to apologize. Supposed to be a lot of people here, but it's only my cousin and her 2 friends. So you make a party for them, okay? I was like, all right, whatever. So I'm playing music, and then 20 minutes in, he stops me. He's like, okay, stop. He's like, my cousin and her 2 friends, you know, they're not really listening to the music, but they like you. So which one do you want? And I thought he was joking. So I'm like, I don't know, all of them. And he's like, good answer. Okay, I'll be right back. And he goes and talks to them. He's like, and he comes back. He's like, okay, you have all 3. Have fun. I was like, what? Dude, I'm supposed to DJ right now. It's like my first international DJing gig. He's like, nah, don't worry about it. Close the laptop. Go have fun. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to have fun. And I take my laptop and I go outside, and they're smoking on the porch. And they're like, so what are you doing after this? I'm like, I don't know. Hopefully all of you. And they're like, good answer. Let's go. Get in the car. So at this point, I'm thinking, I'm going to be missing a kidney. Like, something bad's going to happen. But I get in the car anyway. I was like, whatever. I got paid. I got the money. It's fine. And I get in the car, and we go to this girl's grandmother's apartment where she lives. Grandmother's not there. And we're sitting around the kitchen table, and they're pouring, like, shots of Polish vodka. And then Alexandra, she says to me, she's like, you know, we always want to make, have the sex with, the chocolate. So we wanted to do a boom boom with black guy. And, there's only one of you, and there's 3 of us. And so we all thought we could share. So, what do you think? And, these girls, they weren't the best looking. They were like 5 out of 10, but together 15 out of 10. So you have to do it. You have to do it. As a man, you can't turn this down. Like 3 girls from Ukraine, So I was like, oh, all right, I'm like the black ambassador. So I have to show that, this is worthwhile to keep the thing going. Once you go black, you need health insurance. I got to keep it going. So for Alexandra, she's like, okay, I'm first. And then she takes me into grandma's bedroom. And I couldn't get turned on because it's like a proper grandma's bedroom. Like there's a bed with white sheer around the sides and like the golden headboards that you see from the 1920s, and photos of like her dead husband from the war are right there. And I was like, had to turn these around. And so she just takes my pants off, and then she just grabs and she goes, she's like, okay, that's all I want. I was like, you don't want to keep going? She's like, no, now I can say I suck black dick. I'll go get Ekaterina. And then Ekaterina comes in, and she's like, okay, do me doggy. And I'm trying to like get it in, and she just like reaches back. When a man like is missing, women always have to do that. Like they wait for like the first few pumps, and he's just like, and you're there like, nope. And then eventually you have to do like the hand of God. Because as a dude, it comes from nowhere. You're trying to, and then you're just like, it's right here. Jesus, don't have all day. So I'm trying to like, and she's just like, here you go. And it lasted for like maybe like 30 seconds, and she's just, and I'm there thinking like, God, this is crazy. Like I never expected to be here. I'm pretty sure they chose me because I'm black, and I don't know if I've experienced discrimination back in America, but here this is positive racism. I gotta say, and it's like my first DJing gig wasn't even DJing. This is straight prostitution. But you travel for experience, so I'm like, all right, I'm gonna enjoy this experience. And then the last one comes in, like Valentina, and then Valentina, she's like, okay, just do me, and she just does straight starfish. And I get on top, and I'm like, I was like, you're enjoying this? She's like, yes, this is so good. It's like cultural exchange. And we're kind of going for it. It wasn't my best performance, but they were happy because they could say they, had sex with a black guy. And I'm going for it, and she's like, talk dirty to me. And I was like how? She's like, I don't know, talk like a rapper. I was like, oh, I'm gonna beat this pussy up. She's like, oh, keep going. I was just like, yeah, for shizzle. She's like, oh, keep going. And I'm like, to the hip hip hop, you don't stop. I don't know what else to say. Oh, it was so sad and so amazing at the same time. All I have to say is I love Ukraine. That's just a beautiful place. You should go there if you have a chance.